Alright, so today we'll be doing something that I haven't done in a while, and I'll be taking a look at Chainlink. Now, Chainlink's a coin that, I personally like, I personally believe in, at least, so, I would like to accumulate a little bag of this for the next bull run, but I haven't really been charting it much because, I mostly trade Bitcoin, so I haven't been trading Chainlink as much, even though it's realistically probably been nice trading here. We've had this clearly defined range for almost a year at this point, like 9 or 10 months. But anyways, I'll be taking a look at Chainlink, marking out some local levels inside this range that I'd be interested in, and overall just looking at market Cipher, giving my thoughts on it. So first thing that I notice when I'm looking at Chainlink is that we just got this pretty bearish looking divergence. Well, very bearish divergence on this daily time frame. I mean, look at how far this momentum wave came down when we came up for this last high. And actually, I know it's kind of hard to see, but if I zoom in here, and I mean really zoom in, you can see that we actually did SFP this high back here. We took out that high with this wick. We got some pretty bearish looking divergences as we did that. And if we zoom in, like on the 12-hour, you can really start to see the money flow decreasing. The 4-hour money flow was in the red when we came up for that last high. Or actually, it was in the green, but just barely. Either way, we got lots of divergences across pretty much all of the time frames as we took out this high and as we rejected off of the value area high. So off the bat, this is looking pretty bearish, and we are now losing the point of control, which I actually think is very significant because if I turn on my VPVR, which basically measures the volume of everything that's on screen, you can see that this point of control is very significant. In fact, the volume pretty much dies off the further you get away from that point of control. So a lot of trading has been taking place at this level. And so now the fact that we're losing it makes me think that it is now going to act as significant resistance, and also makes me think that we may see more downside, like we may see another move down towards the lows of the range or potentially lower. So now let's sort of go through and do our TA. You can see we got some levels at the highs and the lows of the range that we haven't touched yet, these untapped monthly and weekly levels. And we did open a new monthly candle. Since I marked those out, so I can mark that out as monthly open. That is, interestingly enough, coming in right around that point of control. So, yeah, I'll leave that marked out. Then coming to the weekly time frame, we don't have any new untapped weekly levels. We have this tapped weekly level, but I don't think I'm going to mark it out, just considering that we've been trading in this range for so long. There's so many weekly levels around that same area that have been tapped already. And so really I'm just looking for potentially reactive levels, which more times than not is going to be the untapped weekly and monthly and even daily levels. So I don't think I'm going to mark that out. And we can also check for some untapped dailies. So we do have this one right here, which is coming in right above that weekly open and the point of control. Seems like we got another one down here by that untapped weekly. I'll mark it out, why not? Could help for context. Maybe we get a bounce off the untapped daily and then later come down to hit the weekly in case something like this happens. And there is also this untapped daily right there. So I'll mark those out. Okay, so now we got some levels on our chart. We got the volume levels pulled up. We have some interesting untapped levels here, some of which are coming in around some interesting confluence. And let me go ahead and organize these so I don't have as messy of a screen. Okay, so we got those marked out. And next I would look at ND-POCs and also naked weekly point of controls, which for the NW-POCs, I just pull a fixed range over the whole week. So that would be whenever the daily candle closes on Sunday to whenever the next candle opens on Sunday. For me, it is Sunday at 19 o'clock. So if I go to a lower time frame, you can see I have these pulled from Sunday, 19 o'clock. And we got a couple naked weekly point of controls. One coming in down here and one down there. So now let's open up all of those levels and try and find some areas of confluence. So first thing I'm noticing is we have a massive cluster of levels right in this zone, right around that point of control. And let's see if we zoom in here. So we have a point of control. We have a naked daily point of control, the monthly open, naked weekly point of control, a 382, and an untapped daily. And I'm really liking this zone of confluence. Honestly, what I would like to see is a move above that point of control, tap off of some of these levels, and then get a move back down below, lose the point of control again. That could make for a great lower high if we start seeing a move to the upside again. And I'd say for resistance right now, that's really the most key level I'm seeing. I mean, if we get above that, these fib levels will probably act as resistance. We also have this NDPOC up here. And we did also fail to hit this key zone up here, this golden pocket, untapped monthly, untapped weekly. We sort of front ran it. We found resistance on the value area high twice now. We failed to hit these levels. So, you know, if we really start seeing another move to the upside, I'm still watching this zone up here. But yeah, I'd say those are the key levels of resistance, at least inside this range. Also, I mean, if we see another move back up to these highs, that we may find resistance here again. But now let's look at some support levels, because I am kind of expecting more of a downside here, and potentially I may be looking for some bounces off of these key levels. So first one that catches my eye is this untapped daily golden pocket value area low. This is also a nice support to resistance flip, you could say. We've had support in this area plenty of times, support over there, kind of resistance right there, kind of resistance here, but you know, it's just at the value area low, so that area interests me. But honestly, this naked weekly point of control is looking a bit more juicy, at least in terms of support resistance flip. We've had clearly defined support and resistance on this level in the past, and you know, it was resistance for this little range right here. So I think this NWPOC is looking pretty interesting, and that still is in the zone between the golden pocket and the 786. And then after that, it would be this cluster of levels down here. We could potentially look for bounces off any of these levels. This naked weekly point of control is also a nice support resistance flip. We had nice resistance there, good support. You know, you could say support here and here. So yeah, I mean, we could look for bounces off any of these levels that I have marked out, any of these untapped volume or just candle levels. And as of right now, overall, I am leaning more bearish. So, you know, I think we may see a move down to some of these supports soon. And given the fact that we SFP'd this high up here, it makes me think we may also make a run for these lows. And, you know, if that's the case, then we could start looking at this zone of macro support that we have below us, right around these previous highs. We could look at, you know, these wicks or the value area high of this range even. Honestly, I would like to see a move down into this range and an opportunity to buy some cheap link. And, you know, honestly, maybe we even come a little bit lower down to the point of control of this range, which maybe in another video I'll do some more detailed analysis on some macro levels. But yeah, for right now, until we lose this range, we're still trading in the range. And I think we can look at some of these levels inside the range. All right, well, I think that is just about it. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing. Really appreciate the support. And I will see you all in the next one. Peace.